What up, Hass family? It's your two favorite brothers, Trey
and Jay,
and we back
with a big discussion today.
Now,
We got a lot to talk about.
We gonna really discuss about 2K19, man. Where is this game at
After the patch?
Is this game the best 2K? Is it the worst? Can it be fixed at this point?
I feel like this could still possibly be the best 2K to ever come out. But there are some things that are plaguing this game that are causing people to stop playing it.
So we're going to talk about three things today. All right, we're going to talk about contested shots. We're going to talk about OP archetypes. And we're going to talk about screens.
Where do we go first?
We're going to just hurry up and start off with the contested shots. Contested shots are completely broken. After patch 4, now understand, patch 4 was supposed to fix the contested shots, and it was supposed to make it to where it's harder to hit shots over, especially if you're holding up a right stick or if you're jumping. It's not supposed to. You're just not supposed to make all that stuff's broken. Period.
Which I feel like the shot contest engine was supposed to stop shot creators, but they're still ridiculous, and pure stretches are literally unpatchable.
At this point now, if you are a pure shot creator or a pure stretch, you're fine. But if you are a play sharp or a pure post scorer or a shot creating post scorer, you're in trouble.
Anything that requires you to shoot a set shot.
Shooting set shots is a problem. If you're wide open and you shoot the ball, a person can be 6 feet away from you and still contest the shot.
And I also want to add, it doesn't matter who contests the shot, even if the other person contests the shot, the little bar that shows whether it's yellow or red, it'll pop up on the other player under the other player, which doesn't make any sense.
Now, what it seems like they're doing is, instead of having the contested shot really be based off of a physics engine, like where your hand goes up and it actually contests it because you're there, it's based off of a force field.
I have a force field frame.
There's a barrier around your player, and they widen that barrier. So when they're pressing right up on the stick, they sped the contested animation up. So now, instead of them being far away with no contest at all, the force field is so wide now that when they even hold right, it's sticking in the smallest area closer. As long as they break that force field, it'll be considered a lightly contested shot. Have you ever shot the ball? The ball's completely out of your hand, but then the yellow bar will pop out like right after you already released it, and then your player goes like this now, and you're like, hold on. That's lightly contested?
No matter what you shoot, even if they're not in 3-foot distance to contest a shot, just them flicking the right stick up will literally push them to you to contest a shot. So if you have to shoot a set shot, if you get that animation and you're not a pure stretch, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna miss, unless you're in takeover and you just happen to get lucky.
The second biggest problem is post fadeaways. Because post fadeaways they've sped up the contested shots. When you do a post fadeaway now, you are forced to do post hop shots. Period. Now, me personally, I will never do post hop shots. I feel the post hop shot is so OP, which we're going to talk about later. 2K has taken away doing fadeaways because the fadeaway is already one of those things where there's no force field. When you do a fadeaway, you can run up and still contest it. But if you do a post hop shot, there's a barrier first. When the animation first starts, you cannot move. Initiate the animation, it's like a 1/5 of a second, then you can move. That's what makes it so hard to guard. But with a fadeaway, once you hit up on a stick, it's like the defender, he automatically runs up and contests, and you could be far away from him. So now it's like if you want to score, you have to do something cheesy in order to avoid the contested shot, because now contesting shots take no skill. Patch 3, they took skill. If you wanted to stop somebody, you had to really play good defense. Now, doesn't really matter what you do now, because now you can hold right stick at swags and still contest somebody on the other side of the whole part.
And I also want to add, post hop shots cannot be contested by anybody.
No, they cannot.
Even if there's 2 people in his face, he's still hitting that.
You can contest it, but it's not really contested. It's gonna drop. It's just like a pure stretch shooting the ball. Let's go ahead and jump into the second topic. We're going to talk about OP archetypes, which goes right into being a post hop shots. If you are a post scorer, a pure post, shot creating post, athletic post,
I was about to say slashing post can do that too.
All of these archetypes are OP. And the reason why it's OP, it's the animations. Let me break down what I mean by animation. Being 7 foot 255 that I made myself is to give myself more speed, as what they told me when I was making my archetype. They said if you make a center that's a lot smaller, a lot lighter, his animations are faster. That was a lie. A 7'3", 290 pound center can post hop shot just as fast as a 7 foot 255.
And I want to add 290 in 2K19 is supposed to be 340 in 2K18.
Now, mind you, none of this is fixed, Jay. None of it is fixed, Jay. The biggest problem nowadays is that if you're 7'3", 290 with longest arms, if you do a post hop shot, which I don't have a problem with, but if you get that one post hop shot where you jump from the low box and you jump all the way to the 3-point line, your player can't move. You have to literally be patient because you can't move. If you're 7 foot and not a lockdown, by the time you get up there to jump, it's gonna always be lightly contested. And that right there is already broken. You will never see Thonmaker or Kristaps Porzingis do a post hop shot from the low box all the way to the 3. I know some of y'all dummies gonna say, this ain't real life. Yes, but it's a simulation of a basketball game, which is supposed to try to...
based off the NBA.
Right. There's no... If you make yourself 7 foot 255, you should feel like you have the speed of a 7 foot 255. Or if you're 6'11", if you are 6'11" or 7 foot, yes, you should have the speed of that animation. But here's the downfall. If you're going up against somebody that's 7'3" with long arms, you have the speed, but when you shoot contested, chances are you're gonna miss. But right now, there is no difference between that. If you are a big ass center and you're shooting post hop shots with the best animation post hop, the best pack, the best hop shot pack, you can do that all game. You're 7'3", long arms. Nobody can stop that. You can already shoot contested. There's no real reason for a skilled post scorer at 7'3". There's no reason to be skilled. All you have to do is back someone down, do a post hop shot. You're gonna make it about 90% of the time, which takes us right over to the pure stretches.
Pure stretches are a serious problem, bro.
You are. You know you are.
And we're not talking about the good pure stretches. We're talking about the bum pure stretches that will run double center lineups with an inside center and not even touch the right stick and just flick their left stick left and right, 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 and then just shoot a contested shot in your face. We're talking about the ones that use base 8, base 11, or LaMarcus Aldridge and are elevating over 7 foot players as if they're Russell Westbrook.
But remember, pure stretches have no vertical.
I don't understand that.
How did that make... How can you shoot a jump shot and jump as high as Russell, but you have no vertical?
But you can't dunk like him.
You can't rebound. You can't dunk.
That too.
But you
How can you elevate over me for a shot, but you can't get a rebound over me?
So you can jump... On a jump shot, you can go to a 45 vertical and shoot the ball super high.
Which I also want to add, it's always lightly contested. Any shot a pure stretch shoots is always lightly contested.
That's the reason. This is the problem. It's because of there's no separation. Now, if you were 6'8" pure stretch or 6'9" pure stretch, I wouldn't have a problem. I would be like, hey, you 6'8", 6'9". You should have vertical and elevation. But you're 7 feet tall.
Or 7'1".
How are you jumping that high, but you can't dunk or get a rebound? That makes no sense. That has to be, if you pick base 8, that's fine. But have you ever seen Dirk jump that high? You ever seen Thonmaker jump that high?
No.
Kristaps Porzingis jump that high?
Nope.
Anthony Davis jump that high with a jump shot? None of these players are jumping that. Have you ever seen DeMarcus Cousins jump up as high as Russell Westbrook on a jump shot?
I've never seen LaMarcus Aldridge jump that high either.
Fair, it ain't happening. This is what's causing the skill gap to be non-existent.
And I also want to add, even when a pure stretch shoots a fully contested shot and they get the animation where like you're right under them and they gotta push you off of them, it still goes in no matter what. It still drops. Nobody is hitting that shot consistently in the league.
Have you ever noticed that pure shot creators do not miss leaners? Like, you notice they never miss a leaner. Like, if a pure shot creator or a play shot creator shoots a leaner, they never miss in 2K.
Whether it's green or not.
But for me, as a pure post scorer, because I don't use hop shots, I do fadeaways. If I do a fadeaway and I don't green like that fadeaway, or if I don't get it like all the way at the top, I'll miss. But a pure shot creator can shoot literally moving shots and never miss.
Hold the ball the whole shot clock.
I don't see how can you get a skill gap like that. If you're going to be a pure shot creator, understand you should shoot those at a high rate, but you still need to be required to either green light it or get a full meter and shoot it get that meter consistently. Not the fact that a pure stretch can literally just pull a 3 and he doesn't have to green light. I've watched many stretches just get like the 3/4 of the meter, hit it every time, every single time, never miss. Now, let's go to the last part. Screens. Screens are becoming a problem in this game.
Now, for everybody that watches us, y'all know that I was saying screens have been a problem since we hit the park. There is an illegal screen engine. I get that. I hear you. I've only seen 3 illegal screens.
I've only got one.
One was him.
Yep.
I've seen one in a YouTube video, and I've seen one in a live stream. But other than that, the amount of screens that are abused, the illegal screens, are not called that much. And for everybody that plays twos,
Jesus.
you know that.
That's why you guys hate twos so much. They say it's so cheesy because a play shot, a pure shot creator, and a sharpshooter. If they have a 7 foot,
also pure sharp and a lockdown combo now.
Yes.
Pure sharp and a lockdown.
Because now lockdowns can set screens as if they're centers.
Now lockdowns have gold brick wall.
Right. It's gold, not Hall of Fame. It's gold.
What logic does that make?
And remember, it's not just the fact of the badges. It has to be pertained to your also size and weight.
And let me also add, a lockdown defender, not a rim protector. A lockdown, a small forward, shooting guard, or point guard. They have gold brick wall.
There's no reason why a small forward should set. There's no reason why a small forward lockdown should be able to hold circle and literally catch you in a foul. Now, again, the problem is not the setting screens. It's how many screens can be set in one possession. A center, a 7'3", 290-pound glass cleaner, anything with glass in it, can hold a screen and set 6 screens, 6 to 7, as long as the guard keeps going like this until he gets open and then pulls the shot. Why? Because pick and roll maestro is stacking up. And their difficult shots is building up. The more that they keep going across the screen, that pick and roll maestro is literally giving them the shot meter that they need to shoot the ball. If you are a 7'3" pure glass cleaner, you will not see
290,
292. Yes, you can set a screen, but guess what? You're slow. So you moving up there to get to the screen, and you constantly keep doing like this. And the biggest problem is it's them holding circle but moving the left stick while they're setting the screen
to force you to get caught in that screen.
If you see a screen player do this, they're holding circle and they're doing like this, he's moving circle. That's a moving screen. But in this game, yes, you can dodge 4 screens. That's fine. But on that 5th, 6th, and 7th, at some point, you're going to get hit by what we call the perfect screen. The perfect screen is the guard gets the screen from the center, and your shoulder rubs the screen of your center. That's a perfect screen. That means that there's no space to fight to get through that for the guard. You're going to get hit by that at least by the 5th screen.
Not to mention, you lose stamina off every screen you get hit by, or even trying to fight through the screen, you get hit, you lose stamina.
But left to right sticking does not take energy.
Left righting in 2K18 was a problem in the beginning of the game, but then they patched it to where if you left righted more than 3 times, you automatically miss. In 2K19, there's no penalty for left righting. You don't lose stamina, you don't miss, and honestly, it's like you reset no matter if you have the ball in your hand the whole clock or not.
Now there's gonna be people who's gonna say y'all complaining. No, our records is fine. I'm over here I'm talking for the people that are really irritated with this game. Of course,
for the people that asked for a skill gap this year, not the casual players.
Facts.
Dimes tweeted not too long ago, I think it was a few days ago. He tweeted that every single shot he takes is contested. He's not happy with the patch.
Every shot.
There's a bunch of people that are not happy with the patch. So TREANDJ are not complaining. We're speaking for the people that wanted a skill gap this year, and clearly is non-existent. It's a problem now. 2K19 could still potentially be the best 2K to ever come out. But this stuff has to get fixed, and it has to be done the right way, and it has to be balanced.
And the biggest problem I see with the skill gap is it's the players' height and weight themselves. They still don't control the game yet. If you are a little bitty guard and you throw up and you hold the right stick and you contest a center, like I'm a pure pro squad, I shoot a mid range. That little guard, it'll be lightly contested.
And he's shooting over him.
He should have to be in front of me. I'm shooting over him.
Right.
But guess what? It's considered contested. Even if he's 6 feet tall, it's still going to be contested. And that's not based off the height and weight or arm length. That's based off the force field, the animation itself. So now 2K hasn't figured out how to make the arms, the length, the weight, the size play a real effect in the game. It doesn't. You can contest a shot from 6 feet away and be 5'11", small, and still get a lightly contested on a 6'10" small forward pure sharpshooter.
And it's draining.
It's
hitting bottom of the net.
The contesting still needs to be. The game still has a long way to go when it comes to this type of stuff, but it has to be fixed. You have to make it to where you need to be in front of somebody. A 3-foot distance is a perfect way to, they say 2.5 feet when you're playing defense. 2.5 feet means you think you're open, but you're not, because I can easily close out. Don't speed up the closeout when they're 5 feet away or 6 feet away. If they're 6 feet away, the animation should not be sped up. If they're 6 feet away, the animation should be regular before patch 4.
Right.
But if they're 3 feet in front of you and they're lightweight, they're lighter. So if you're 6'2", 160 pounds, of course you should get a fast closeout. You're light.
But I'm still shooting that over you. That's not contested.
Right. But if you're 7'2", 290, why are you moving as fast as a guard when it comes to the closeout? That's all we wanted to say. That we just, some of y'all in the chat gonna agree with us. A lot of y'all. No, most of y'all gonna agree with us. Some of y'all not, because y'all want this easy stuff in the game. I don't. I don't even use my own takeover as a post scorer. I don't do the post spin anymore or the drop stepper because it's OP. When they fix it and allow people to play defense on it, that's when I'll use it. My whole thing is about making sure people understand that I'm that guy when it comes to post scoring without using anything cheesy. No post hop shots. No takeover, none of that.
Not drop steps either.
No drop steps either.
No drop steps.
I really don't use drop steps either at all, because
to mention that.
the takeover for the drop step is mad. You just elbow them and go out the way. That's just too cheesy. Make sure y'all comment in the video. Make sure to let us know how y'all felt about this video, what you're going through, what you hate about it, and what you think will help this game become the best 2K period.
And make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at JustinLHazzard.
TremellDHazzard.
Make sure you guys also follow us on Twitch at TremellDHazzard, and make sure you guys like the video, share the video, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and give us your feedback, you know what I'm saying. Let us know what you think about the patch. If you think this still could be the best 2K. If not, you know what I'm saying, let us know.
Yeah. Keep God first, stay blessed. We'll see you guys on the next one, man.
Real niggas on my team, y'all. Fetty Wap left side, can't see y'all. Can't be y'all. Nigga, my whole squad ready to ride. Riding round, but be ready to die. Y'all don't gotta decide whether or not you approve of this. You ain't gotta make room for this. I Bermuda shit, bring it down. Can you hear me now? You couldn't relate. I bet they all feel me now. The ruler.